Hi, Elizabeth. It is Saturday, June 22nd at around 5 o'clock. Um, and I just got back from the gym, and I got back from Aircraft in Dover, which is the music supply store, and they actually fixed my ukulele for me. I was really bummed out about that, but thankfully it's all fixed. I just put it in its case, or else I'd show you. But that's all good, thankfully. So it didn't cost very much money at all, and I figured out how to string it the right way. I actually had them do it for me. I was like, can I just watch you do it, so I don't do it wrong? My hat though looks really big in the video. It looks kind of funny. Anyway, yeah. So where do I begin? Um, so you called me this morning. I actually didn't get up till around 11:30, and I was puttering around the house. So I missed all three of your calls, um, and sorry, I haven't really had time to get back to you since Thursday. But I've just been kind of introspective, and I've also had to do two really long assignments for geography, which I forgot were due at midnight last night, but I got them in. So I've just been kind of busy, and as you know, I exercise every single day, so I focus a lot. I've been focusing a lot on my exercising because my eating has not been good this week. I stopped my food logs that I've been keeping since May 27th. I stopped keeping those logs last weekend, and I haven't been writing down everything I eat, and I've been eating like crap, so I'm going to start writing down everything I eat again. I have to tinker with the way I do things sometimes. So yeah, you are sensing that I am mad at you, um, and I listened to your voicemail, and it's the conversation that we had. I wasn't asking you not to ask me if I'm mad. I was it was that I didn't want you to notice that I'm getting defensive and say you're being defensive because that will just make me more defensive. But no, you have every right to ask me why I seem like I'm upset. Glad you did. I think there's part of me that thinks that you ought to know why, that you don't really have to ask, but I don't expect you to read my mind all the time. Even though we always used to assume that we'd always know what the other one means, but I'm not going to expect that from you in this case. But it goes back to the conversation we had the night before we went out. I felt like it was not fair that you kept choosing to go home with Nick, even though I was the one who, picked you up, brought you out. For all intents and purposes, you're my date. So it's a little embarrassing for me, because it's kind of like we show up together, and then Nick shows up, and he's like, "Hey, you brought Liz, but guess who's taking her home? Not you, buddy." That's how I feel, and I can't help how I feel. I'm not saying that that's what's going through his mind, but that's kind of the situation, and it's a little embarrassing like that. Also, I just don't feel like it's fair to me, especially because you gave me your word that you wouldn't ditch me again for Nick at the end of the night. And when we came to a crossroads, when I expected you to come with me, I looked back, I said, where are you going? You're like, I don't know. And then you went with Nick again. And like I said, I wouldn't have the expectation that, you come home with me, or that you stick with me for the rest of the night if we didn't show up together, if we didn't go somewhere, if we didn't go out together. I wouldn't expect you to stick with me because you have your own plans. But I consider you my date when we go out. As funny as that might sound, I consider you to be the person I'm going out with. And though we don't have a romantic, well, actually, we're pretty romantic, pretty intimate. But although I can't give you what Nick can give you, And although I do understand your attraction to him, in that sense, I also expect that, if you tell me that you're not going to do something again, I expect that you're going to follow through with that and not change your mind last minute, and think that that's okay, because it's not, with me anyway. And that's really my main issue. And I was hurt. I ended up going to a party afterwards with Megan and Shannon, and it was cool and everything, but I would have felt a lot more comfortable if you were there with me. Um, and yeah, um, sorry I didn't get back to you. I just wasn't ready to talk. I didn't have time to talk, and I'd rather get everything out in the open all at once. So I didn't give any more mixed messages. I hope you can understand what I've said here. I hope what I've said kind of sinks in with you, and it makes you understand where I'm coming from. So you can take that as however you want. I'm not mad at you. Uh, I was just hurt, a little disappointed, um, and but we'll get through this, definitely. Um, you're my best friend, so we're going to just move on from this. But I think that we do need to talk, um, to the point where we understand each other on that level. Because I do feel kind of silly that saying that it was embarrassing and that I'm hurt because you chose Nick over me. Like I feel silly, but at the same time, I I still feel slighted, and I don't feel right about it. Um, and I don't know. You gave me your word, so. Okay, well, I have to go. Going to Boston. Gonna go visit some family. I have to give the car back. I'm not gonna have a car anymore, which really sucks, but um, it's whatever. Okay, talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.